What's up, America? I am JD, and this is Grim Info. So, I want to talk to you today about a documentary that I seen called Planned-opolis that I came across, and I downloaded the PDF from the Forum for the Future. Now, this was aired. They showed this to children in Europe around 2010. This is the PDF. You can go find this PDF online, and it tells you the way that they want you to live by 2040. So in 2040, they're expecting people to live in basically housing communities. Listing the environment is the reason for this. But it seems a lot more like control than it does actual accommodations to people. It seems more like a way to put a boot in your neck than anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I suggest that you really check this out and you take this to heart. These globalists, it's a design plan. They've been designing this for a long time. If anybody knows who Jesse Ventura is, please look up the interview in 2009 that he had with Dr. Rima Lebo. Okay, she outlines a dystopian future to which it seems like what we're living through now. In this video, it talks about people living in ghettos because they refuse to bend to what they have no high-speed internet. It talks about your jobs being picked for you. You go to schools where they basically tell you where you're going to go. So there is no more freedom to choose what you want to do with your life. They talk about carbon scrubbers, which is weird because everything is made out of carbon. The trees, us, everything. It makes no sense. It's all really, really strange. It talks about, having cars that drive you to where they want you to go. It talks about how you can only have meat one time a year on your birthday. A lot of this is really, really off-putting and extremely strange. If that's what you want to live in by 2040, right here, there is a picture right here of the way that they want you to work. And look at this guy. He seems really, really dazed out and drugged out. Look at the way they drew him. Sitting in a chair all day long, and that's the way they want you to live. People need to go see this. This is literally Klaus Schwab's plan for you. And how much more proof do you have to see before you realize that, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a conspiracy theory. This is happening. We wouldn't be going through what we're going through if it wasn't. It's time that we stand. It's time that we unify. There are many people like Joe Rogan, Tucker, and Alex that are out here screaming this from the rooftops. And we need to be doing the same thing to our neighbors and everyone else. And I understand, ladies and gentlemen, that this is extremely scary. And I get it. And I get it, that it seems extremely scary that we can't, this does not seem like a future that people want to live in. But they've written papers on this. They've written papers called Agenda 2021, and there's a reason why they're behind schedule. Because Hillary Clinton was supposed to win. Hillary Clinton didn't. They underestimated populism, and Donald Trump won. And when Donald Trump won, it put them behind schedule because Hillary Clinton was supposed to win. Hillary Clinton was supposed to win. She didn't. And when she didn't win, it put them behind schedule. And now they're pissed. And now they're doing everything they can to destroy our lives. And they have had this in place for a very, very long time. When you go through here, it tells you about the different cities, teleconferences, and teledrives. Isn't it weird how they did this in 2010 and we have all these cars that now drive themselves and everything. Even in the video that you're about ready to watch, it talks about switching brain off. All of the food is controlled by a global council, so you won't be able to drive, you won't be able to do anything. Everything will be controlled by a global council. Sounds a lot like a one world government, doesn't it? And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what they want. And at the end of the day, it's also population control. So I really want you to take the time to watch this documentary that I'm going to play at the end of this video. Please get an opportunity to take it in and share it with as many people as you can. Thank you for watching today. And as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking your time. Make sure you pray, love your family, and take care of each other. And let's come together as a community and as a family. Because at the end of the day, we can beat this, but it's going to take unified non-compliance. That's what it's going to take, ladies and gentlemen. We have got to put our foot on the brakes. Because here's the thing. It's what I like to call the drip effect. Okay? It's like you got a leaky faucet and you got a clogged drain at the same time. You can't get rid of what's going on. And eventually your sink is just going to keep filling and filling and filling. And if you don't turn the water off and fix the problem, you're going to be standing in sewage and water. And then the problem is subsequently harder to deal with. And that's exactly what we're living through and exactly what we're going to be living through. We can argue about all the petty details. We can argue about black and white and orange and green, and left and right and gay and straight. And we can argue about all those things till we're blue in the face. But the reality is we're being poisoned in our food. Our young men are being demonized. And we are being ushered in like cattle into a forced injection society where they want to control every aspect of what we do. Because that's slavery, in other words. Charles Schwab said that you will own nothing and be happy. You will live in communes. And if you don't know what communes are, that's pretty much like slave camps. That's what they put people in World War II. And they didn't like that, and it didn't work out well for those people. So it won't work out well for us. They're experimenting on us the same way that they did back then, except for it's a global experiment. But it's funny how China's not participating in this. Isn't it? Yet that's where the virus supposedly came from. So please make sure that you watch this Planned-opolis video at the end of this. It's very informative. And share it with everyone you know. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a blessed day.
Hi, I'm so glad you're on time. I'm V. I'm looking forward to showing you around Planned-opolis today. My husband works from home. He's a virtual engineer working on one of the city's desalination plants. He controls the robots who do all the important maintenance. I think he basically plays computer games for a living. You ready to go? Have you got your calorie card open on your smartphone? I registered your visit with Slick Travel Corp the other day, so they've allotted you a journey time to match mine. It makes so much sense, doesn't it? Switch off brain and go to work. With this many people around, I'm glad there's a mega computer in charge. We're so lucky. Our kids were allocated a school quite near my practice, so I can drop them off on the way. It saves on our calorie ration. Well, it won't be long until the little darlings get their career announcements. They've been working so hard, so I'm sure they'll get something good. Not that there's anything wrong with fixing carbon scrubbers for a living or anything. Are you hungry? Let's pop to the market as we're passing. Right, what's on the menu this month? No, not meat. It's not your birthday. The Global Food Council are doing a really good job of keeping food production going. I mean, you don't get the choice you used to, but we're better off than most. I think it's probably easiest to walk from here. You barely see a car in the city centre nowadays, unless you're rich. Oh, the state knows they just aren't practical anymore. We're all trying to meet our global carbon deal. Electric bikes are so much better for getting around our neighbourhood. And why waste valuable space on car parks when you can use them to grow food? I don't care what you say, Alex. They don't deserve to live in that ghetto. They are completely disconnected. No high-speed transport system, no new internet. They miss out on jobs and many essential services too. Oh, hi again. What a day. I had to make an emergency visit to the Cry Freedom ghettos. I mean, I miss my sister like mad, but I'm glad they went when they were moved to New Amsterdam. They're safe from climate change on the floating city. That must be her now. It's much easier to meet up with friends virtually now. So many cities have banned cars in central areas. Ooh, looks like she's got some juicy gossip.